All right, so I grabbed 4 of them. This 313's a little bit further out, looks like, but she is due in like a week or so. Come on, photo. Photo out. Come on, buddy. Hey, good morning. Welcome back to Ohrmundt Simmentals. All right, it is Saturday morning and it is a little chilly, but the wind is way better than it was last night. Last night was a little ridiculous. I'm gonna have to put the barn doors back where they're supposed to be. The wind pushed them over about 3 or 4 feet. DF 431. So she is also supposed to have a true justice. Hey, mama. Hey, mama. She's turned into a really nice cow. The last couple of years, I don't know if she's gotten lazy or what. Let's double check her due date, shall we? You're due on the 5th, young lady. All right, we're putting her in. I know that she's an A-eyed calf. She can hang out with these kiddos for a little while. I wonder if I put her in the BDA, because she's got access to some hay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna put her in the BDA, but I'm gonna close this gate so she can't go walking all over the place. I left the gate cracked open and she kind of pushed her way in. But there's some hay in there that's been in there. It's just grass. This should be fine. And there's a little snow on here, but there's some good straw. So honestly, she should be okay in here. Granted, she doesn't have water, but she just drank water. So she'll be okay for a couple hours in here. But that was a grab based on opportunity. I'm actually lucking out, and there's a whole bunch that went over here. So there's a couple in here. I'm gonna throw in that BDA because, like I said, there's some hay in that feeder yet, and some of these guys are pretty close. And this weekend we want to get the barn clean. If anything, we can throw a tub for water over there if we want to keep them in here for a day or so. Throw a bale in that feeder. It's not the end of the world. I mean, I do have this camera here now. I can keep a little better eye on them. So just more places to stick stuff. All right, so I grabbed 4 of them. This 313's a little bit further out, looks like, but she is due in like a week or so. Darn bulls. But I closed the red gate, so they just have this area. They got a little hay access, and then this is just hay bedding. So they got a pretty decent spot. And then they do have that shelter. They can get out of the wind. So on the dock for this weekend is, one, we want to get the barn clean. But we also wanted to scrape the yards, but because the temp is so cold this morning, we're going to do that tomorrow. It's supposed to be in the mid-30s. Plus, we got to finish fixing our mailboxes because the county didn't come and do it since they broke them. And here's our true justice from last night. He's just laying in the sunshine, soaking it up. So we got another like 3/4 bottle of colostrum into the black white face. I tried to get her back on mom. The more I try and push to get her on, the more she fights me. And we've had that too, where it's like once they touch the bottle and they get used to the bottle, they don't want to touch mom. If it takes a couple of days to do that, feed them a couple times a day, but you leave them just a little bit hungry and excited after the bottle, then they'll go find it on mom. Eventually, they'll find it in the middle of the day, like, hey, I'm a little hungry, I don't want to wait for the bottle, and then they'll go look for mom. But what we're going to do right now is we're going to let Cher and Photo and their 2 calves outside. There's plenty of room out there. The stalks still look pretty good from what we can see. I'll be able to get a good idea what they look like. There's still plenty of hay in that ring. We might put a bale out there tonight. But getting them out there gives us more flexibility. Yes, we still want to clean this, but we also are going to need the space. Come on, Photo. Photo out. Come on, buddy. Attaboy. Come on. Come on, bud. Come on. Follow the light. Follow the light. I know. A different space. Oh, yeah. This is still doing really, really well. Bubba, that's your mom. That's your mom. Come on, follow her out. Follow her out. Go find your friends. All right, so today has been hectic. It's Saturday though, but what do you expect? Got our mailboxes fixed, so they are functional, and hopefully we continue to receive mail, and the mailman isn't too pissed off. It's been a little crazy this evening. That's why I really haven't recorded much. So we're pretty crowded right now. Peasy is still right here, so this is still her pen. She has access again to the water, to the silver water tank, and then everybody is down there. What the heck's going on? Is that my excessive breathing? There we go. So everybody has access up to here, and then she has access to there. And then what we had done, we actually took that 53 that was up front, we actually ran her up this way and then right into the gate. Since she's pretty chill, that was easy to do with her. And then we were able to get that Biatch 913 out. But we did get both 53 NYC 913's calves weighed and tagged. Hi, how's it going? It's Sunday afternoon. All right, get you caught up on this morning's activities, which wasn't a whole lot. Actually, this morning, Dad and I loaded up the quarter of beef for my sister. Her family lives, they're like 2.5, 3 hours south of us. They weren't sure when they were gonna be able to get up here, because my 2 nieces play a lot of traveling volleyball. Dad and I went about an hour and there's a city about an hour and 15 south of us, hour and a half or so north of them, and we just kind of met in the middle and exchanged and came home. So that was this morning. We should be able to clean the barn, and we're just gonna do the green trailer and then dump it over there by where we normally have our manure pile. But if you heard, I had the air compressor running because this one tire back here does have a very slow leak, and technically it's off the rim. So I'm gonna have to wheel that guy around the corner apparently and get that hooked up. And then also we gotta move a bunch of calves around. The calf from last night, if I didn't mention it, the calf from last night doing really, really good. Probably only like 75 pounds, which is awesome. Nice little bull calf, white face, goggles, perfect. And then I had a little bit of struggle feeding that blaze face heifer. yesterday afternoon. She just didn't seem like she wanted anything. And I know I can tell looking at the cow she hasn't been on. But then this morning I got out there before we left and gave her, like, she sucked down a 3/4 bottle of replacer, and she went nuts. So she was good and hungry. I don't know if she just needed to be hungry to eat whatever I put in front of her. But she sucked down a bottle, so that was awesome. And then I'll feed her again today, and maybe tonight when I feed her, I'll try and put her on mom again, and we'll keep trying. But today we're going to use the 2030. I've had it plugged in for about an hour and a half now, and the block is nice and warm. So this thing should fire up pretty easily, hopefully, fingers crossed. I think the first time this thing runs for 2 months, 3 months, give or take. So yeah, we're going to use this guy. I'm going to let it warm up quite a bit while I'm working on apparently getting that tire pumped up. Yep, I don't mind that at all. Barely touch the key and she fires right off. All right, we got that tire back on. Of course, more work than it should have been, but put some leak sealer in there, not slime, something a little bit nicer than that. But we'll see. It wasn't tire jacked. This stuff I just picked up at Fleet. So we'll see how it goes. All right, time to start moving calves and get everything where we want it. Alright, we got last night's pair and then the one that isn't sucking yet. Put them in here, and then the steer and the bull are out there. We've got the green trailer backed up, and we're just gonna get whatever ain't frozen, which is most of it, but there's some stuff on the edges that it's just frozen. I'm not breaking out the pickaxe for this clean job. So there's actually still stuff frozen to the floor. So this is gonna be a get 75%, and there's gonna be some left. Like, this stuff is actually really frozen. So Dad might be able to get like this stuff here with the Dad might be able to get this stuff with the tractor, or at least most of it. But where I'm standing right now, this is pretty dang hard. All right, 2 more red ones up there. Here's that bull calf. The True Justice. Yep, he's doing really good. It's a little bit young to let them out. Hi, 2-9. Hey, kiddo. Hi. She's probably gonna stick around. Right. Hey, photo. You keep your daughter, huh? Huh? Yeah, I think so. Maybe we'll keep her. I did take a DNA sample. concrete and stuff must just be really, really cold yet, because this stuff is like glued to the concrete. This stuff is like, it's soft, but it's just like, it's so tacky, it's just stuck on there. I mean, yeah, we could probably get most of it out, switch buckets, and go that route. But we'll probably see what we get out and then just bed over the top of it. It'll still be way nicer than it was. Just trying to get a lot of that moisture and stuff out of here and then get fresh, clean bedding over the top. All right, we're getting there. Still leaving a little, this back pen isn't as bad, but still leaving some paste. That front up on the left there, that is almost hard as a rock. This I can probably fork out yet. That's all really good hay. This stuff is hard as a rock, so I'm not gonna be able to get a lot of that. Haven't been recording much because honestly I've been going back and forth with Bethany because apparently now our fridge doesn't work. Oh, yay! Our dishwasher decided to stop working 2 weeks ago, and now this morning our fridge decided to stop working. Not stop, but like, you know, holding temp at 48 degrees really isn't working properly now, is it? So, and both of them are only like, yeah, they're 8 years old, but they're only 8 years old. It's stupid. All right, so we're gonna call her good enough, at least for now. And this is pretty typical for us. The first chance we get to clean the barn in the spring, amongst calving, we try to do so and just get it as decent as possible, get the majority out, and then we'll bed back on top of it. And I mean, granted, we're down most of the way, we're down to concrete, so I mean, it's not like, oh well, you only took half of it out. No, we got like 85% of it, so, which is still pretty decent. And then once we bed on top of it, it'll turn out really decent. It usually does. 2030 is back where he belongs. Okay, Dad's getting a bale of stalks. We're gonna bed the barn down, start putting stuff back where it belongs. And I think we're gonna leave this water tank out here. Even though we're gonna have a lot more space in the barn, I think just having that available, just in case there comes a time where it's gonna fill right back up and we're gonna have animals locked outside and they're gonna need a water source. So we're gonna leave it there. All right, Dad's gonna bring the bale back here. We're gonna see if we can get it to sift out. If we can, we can. If we can't, oh well. All right, so that's sifted off pretty decent. Just had to help a little bit, but way better than a couple of those really moldy ones and frozen. So we didn't do much outside out there, mostly because it stayed really decent out there. All right, we're gonna let these guys back in their pen. That's closed, that's closed. All right, they should move pretty easily. Get the train going. There's Cormay. Built kind of like her mom, but maybe just a little bit better. All right, I'm just double checking gates and making sure everything's open and where it's supposed to be and all that stuff. But I think for the most part, we got done pretty close to what we wanted to get done today. I think this morning was fine. It was, you know, it's not like it took a long time and all that stuff, but it was all right. It was nice to see my brother-in-law, and it's my niece Grace's birthday today, so happy birthday, Gracie. But yeah, that's a cool kid. All right, and just kind of perusing the bowls. Again, they are a little dirty, but they're definitely not hurting. I'd love to be standing underneath, I don't know, 60 by 80, 60 by 100 building. It'd be pretty cool. They'd be a lot cleaner. It'd be a lot easier to clean barn more often too. But yeah, everybody's doing good. Cows are back where they belong. We put those 2 pair in the back pen. PZ is not overly excited about the calf from last night. So hopefully she gets used to her. PZ's calf, the one that isn't sucking on her yet, destroyed a 3/4 bottle. Actually, it was basically a full bottle. She just destroyed that thing. And then I was periodically trying to pull the bottle away and then trying to lead her over to mom while she was eating grain. It is the end of the day. It is Sunday, so it's the end of the weekend and end of the video. So I hope you guys like the video. Hit that thumbs up button if you do. Tells us that you're enjoying what you're watching. And if you got any questions, of course, leave those in the comments. I always like answering those questions. And if you have any suggestions, please put those in there as well. And then, of course, don't forget to subscribe, because I'm sure most of you aren't. And we would love you to subscribe and help support our channel, help support us, and follow along for more. And of course, as always, thanks for coming along.